everybody should know Biden wasn't my first choice. I'm a Bernie guy till the day I die. But let's talk about some of what Biden is talking about, what he wants to do. So he unveiled a $1.9 trillion plan to stem COVID-19 and steady the economy. That's from the Associated Press. Generally speaking, the Associated Press is very, nonpartisan, kind of, just the facts, ma'am. Old school, journalism, the AP. Of course, they have their bias. Of course, they're established media. Yes. But you can get the unslanted information. So let's see here. President-elect Joe Biden unveiled a $1.9 trillion coronavirus plan Thursday to end a crisis of deep human suffering by speeding up vaccines and pumping out financial help to those struggling with the pandemic's prolonged fallout. There's going to be more direct aid. There's already $600 in the mail supposedly, or it's on its way. So now they're adding on $1,400, which is supposed to be the $2,000 he promised. Obviously, they should just slap another $2,000 on this. I think it's it's a little like, carry the six. It's a bit goofy, but yeah. So that's what's going on with that. But he's gonna also give a temporary boost to unemployment benefits and a moratorium on evictions and foreclosures. That's a moratorium, also, guys. It's not forgiveness. So again, this isn't. This is not enough, I don't think. If it were President-elect Bernie Sanders, he would talking about, like, listen, this is a very important matter. I think Andrew Yang was onto something. And we are going to break out a new nationwide UBI, Universal Basic Income. And we're going to get Medicare for all, for everybody. And he would just have this grand, it's what we could have had, guys. It's what we could have had. But, here's a chart kind of showing the direct aid is in like $1 trillion is going to go out in direct aid to Americans. That ain't chump change. When you compare it to the cost of like the Iraq war, which is in the trillions, I think it's, I think it's warranted. We can afford it. Let's put it that way. Community support, $440 million, $350 billion for first responders and other essential workers, grants for small businesses, tribal governments, transit agencies. Now, the vaccination program. The vaccination program is absolutely vital, guys. If you're queasy about vaccines, I'm going to get to the vaccine and talk about it in a minute. But if we're going to give Sleepy Joe some credit, again, I'm a Joe, and I can speak for Joes everywhere. We're not sending our best. I wish Joe was a little sharper here from one Joe to another. But he makes a good point at the beginning of this video. Listen to this.
But the vaccine rollout in the United States has been a dismal failure thus far. And in today's briefing, we discussed 5 things. 5 things we'll do in an attempt to turn things around. 5 things to turn frustration into motivation. 5 things to help us meet our goal of 100 million shots by the end of our first 100 days in office. Some wonder if we're reaching too far for that goal. Is it achievable? It's a legitimate question to ask. Let me be clear. I'm convinced we can get it done.
So Sleepy Joe Biden wants to give 100,000 vaccines in 100 days. Right. So what is that? 100 million. So that's 1 million vaccinations a day, which really, it's a 2-shot thing. So I don't know if he's talking about 100 million rounds or it's going to be 50 million vaccines. Really, I don't know that yet. But this is important because Project Warp Speed was a failure. The Trump administration didn't order enough vaccines. That's why we're woefully behind. If it's been available in this county, Santa Barbara County, for weeks now, and mortuary staff still don't have it, that should show you that this hasn't been handled correctly. And Joe Biden wants to really, throw tons of money at getting the population vaccinated. And, this is going to be a problem. What does he say? You have my word. We will manage the hell out of this operation, Biden said. This is not a political issue, Biden said. This is about saving lives. Oh, he's talking about wearing masks. In the meantime, everyone needs to follow the precautions, wear masks, avoid gatherings, and wash your hands. This is not a political issue, Biden said. This is about saving lives. I know it's become a partisan issue, but what a stupid, stupid thing to happen. Yes, yes. You know, guys, in America, the left, like, we have to just... This is how it's been since Nixon, is we just vote for whoever is not the Republican and hope for the best. And in the case of Donald Trump, you know, really, we're going to, you know, 500,000 people. I mean, I know we're only at 400,000 official, but, like, you know, 500,000 Americans are dead because of the poor management and just the incompetence of Trump and his administration. And, you know, they were laying everything on the vaccine, and they even messed that up.